Starts, you start.
Go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second game of the first week in ICS between MGG Green and AGALIA Esports. The first game went very wrong for MGG Green. AGALIA Esports snowballed the game very hard after 10 minutes. So let's see what happened this game. Xeron,
Yes.
are you here with me?
Yes, of course, Andrew, I'm here with you as always. At this point, I want to say hi to Snow, camera master, as always. And I'd like to do the announcement because we make a deal. I can make an announcement and I'm not flaming this game. So I won't flame, and my announcement is that I'm looking for a girlfriend. So if someone is interested, then I'm here. And we are in this
And
game. It's a
how,
duel.
if a girl is interested in you, how she will contact you?
I don't know, like on Discords, for example.
And what is your Discord?
Xeron.
Holy fuck. And the numbers behind it.
Yeah, you need to tell the full Discord. So,
7701.
okay, you are giving way to, you are not treating your announcement serious as you should. If you
Why?
want to be contacted by someone, you should have a plan on how that person to contact you.
Well, basically,
But
we're going
let's
to
get to that
public
after
this
the game.
on our server so everyone can write me free.
Yes, but what is our server? Well, let's get to this
Let's
after the
focus
game.
on the game because it's going to be sad. Yes.
Yes, let's talk about the team comps first. We see Fiora on top for Lucian. It's a very big change from the last game. We see Rek'Sai in jungle for tea time. It's an interesting pick, let's say.
It's not interesting. Peak is going to lose the game. Uh,
Well,
in
You
general,
said
this
you're
team
not
comp,
gonna flame. Come on.
it's not a
yeah.
flame, it's a fact. Like, this is really uh, well-known team comp from MGG that is focused on a split push and globals from mid lane. That was tried many times with Fabi on mid lane when he picks Galio and he's able to roam bot lane really fast, or he's just
And we
going.
see now the flash from Tristan. That was very bad positioning from Tristan. At that point, he
That was
allowed
fighting for CS.
he
CS of my
allowed the
life.
enemy, yeah, to get in a position to just 100 to 0 him instant.
Yes.
And we actually see Sejuani in Rek'Sai.
Stealing
That is
the jungle.
very, that is very
Well,
some,
she got spotted.
something new.
She got spotted. Someone pinged that she's going for.
Yeah, but we see no reaction for Rek'Sai.
Well, the reaction is taking wolves.
This is
But
him not flaming, right?
this is flaming us, guys.
No, come on.
Those are the facts. I'm commenting what
Okay,
I see. And
now can
like,
you arrange the champions in the right order?
what?
Thanks.
Ah, yeah, on the scoreboard. Like, the team comp of MGG is, as always, put Lucy on the carry because he can split push. In the same time, there should be a tank in the jungle and the tank in the mid lane. And Gali is a really good pick. He can roam, he can save the split pusher, or go bot lane at the early game and do something, which is actually really
Let's
helpful,
notice
really
something.
powerful.
Let's try to notice something. Let's try to notice that the fact that Rek'Sai, he, he has one vision score and has two words. Him. So I think that this is a very big disadvantage. The fact that Rek'Sai is not using his words as much as he should do.
And if I will tell that he's taking wolves, then this is flame. We can see TP on the mid lane. On the other side, we have pretty much the same team comp like in the first game. This is tank on top lane, tank on the jungle, Zilean that is able to save someone with ultimate on the mid lane. Another really good support, And everything is basically about Lucian, who is early AD carry. He can get advantage, he can push the lane, he can punish everything that is going for minions. And Tristana basically has to wait for the free items spike for really long, and maybe in late she can do something, but for now this really hard even to farm under the tower.
Rek'Sai is spotted on the world while he's taking the
Yeah,
scuttler.
he's taking the scuttler,
And he's actually collapsed.
and he will be forced to flash away. Safety
Yeah.
from the dragon pit. Well, in that time when everyone followed the Rek'Sai, I am pushing. So
Yeah, it was actually very good because
if
you
not
were
the
able to take some farm freely.
yeah, if not the flash, that would be actually really for MGG. But we can see a small advantage, like 200 gold. This is probably the most from top lane, where Lucy is 15 CS ahead. This is a huge advantage, and lane is pushed, so he might take a much more minions right now. Well, this is 300 for Lucius. Rest the gold. Deadly even maybe a small disadvantage at the early part of the game, but both bot lanes are coming back to the lanes.
Yeah, we see very different strategies from these teams. AGALIA went for early game aggression with snowball potential, while MGG went for very late game carries and somehow protection for the carries with a very strong front line in Alistar and Galio.
Well, a guy has frontline also with the many systems. Like the Rek'Sai is something that, in my
Rek'Sai
opinion,
is curious as a jungler because he's not a tank, but he's not
there's Benji going in and
a carry as well.
out Nami, and Lucian is taking trade. Well, I kinda think that Nocturne would be much more useful because of the global.
Rek'Sai can work, I think, but depends on the team comp a lot.
Well, picks that are not 100% sure shouldn't.
Doesn't matter. It's the picks that is the pick that MGG Green went this game. So it's
Another
and we
bubble from
see
Nami.
Tristana stunned by the Nami bubble.
Yeah, but still not losing more CS than she actually lose.
Well, she's 10 CS behind, but
First,
it's fine,
stage
I
of the
guess.
game. This is another gank from. Like I said, Nocturne would be really good to this team. They can join as 4 people,
And we actually see Sejuani beating MGG's blue right now,
while Rek'Sai
uncontested.
is basically nothing. But they know, or no, Rek'Sai just pinged that he's going there. This is. He might be surprised. He might be surprised when he get there.
Yeah, it was just a very good passing by Sejuani, based on what he knew about the enemy jungler, where he is.
Well, yeah, he showed on bot lane. Well, let's say that there's a good vision control on the river. Magalia, once again, they know exactly when, where, and when everyone is, while the only ward standing is on bot lane. G. Even if Galio has a pink ward, but he decided to place it right now. And well, yeah, the goal difference is that anyone.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that uh, Tristana is getting behind Lucian is even up by the fact that Fiora is getting very much ahead of Shen.
Well, yeah.
So this helps a lot with the win condition of MGG.
Well, there's a town from Shan. He's blocking the auto attacks, but eventually Lucy is able to make a trade right now. Well, Galio struggles with the wave, and Sejuani is waiting right now in the bush, and there's an ultimate from Nami. I will die here. No, I won't die.
Yeah, and we see, unlike the first game, Alistar is using the ultimate when it's supposed to, so this helps a lot.
Yeah, Sejuani is coming right now. Camera press A, please. You can see the bigger screen. Rexa is on top lane,
Yeah, and we
and
see
there's a
first blood
first of
taken by
Rexa.
MGG.
Meanwhile, on bot
Very good.
lane, they are on the tower. Benji is hitting the minions, trying to outpush. Gallia is coming here. Alistar is going in. There's a stun, there's a bubble. Gallia is stunned, Gallia is poked down. They have to fall back. There's an ultimate from Lucian. They should go back right now. And yes, like, they should
Yeah,
take the
and
tower. They
MGG took
definitely should
first
leave the
tower
tower.
on top.
MGG tower, that would be really good to there. There's a double flash, but there's a flash on follows. There's the ultimate from Sejuani, and Benji is going to die, as Nils is going to die as well.
That was so bullshit. The double Q on the minion, man.
Yeah, that was unlucky. That was actually, let's
Pretty
say,
good
very
play.
unlucky by MGG, but yeah, very good commitment by AGALIA. They knew what they wanted to do, and they all committed to the play.
By Kare, if I'm like, if I can see
And
correctly. If I can
this
spell it correctly.
this goes also for Drake. The first Drake
Well,
again
yeah, this is
goes to
Mountain
the
Drake
to
that would be
AGALIA.
really helpful with the damage on the Baron and the towers. And MGG decided to swap, so we can see Lucy on the bot lane while me and Snowy are going for top lane. And everything is pretty much about how good Lucy can stand the pressure from Lucian and Nami. That is really hard to lane because of all in and the damage slows. And how well Tristana, Xeron, Akami farm right now. That far from the tower, because the only thing that we can do is actually push the Shen out and force him to dev the tower, not use his ultimate, not globals, make him sit here, and if he will try to do something, actually there's a lot of tools to stop his ultimate. The all-in.
We actually see MGG trying to take control of the bot side river with a very deep ward into the tribush of AGALIA. And yeah, I think that at this point, MGG is very happy with things are going on the map. Fiora got alone the first blood tower, and Tristana very low time. She's been able to free farm on top.
Well, yeah, there's no one actually trying to do something. Galio is stepping forward. Is he going to get stunned? Yes, he's going to get stunned. There's
Yeah,
4 people going
yeah,
to die.
that was a very very good collapse on Galio.
Yeah, that was really cool. How fast actually they could roam. Uh,
And we see
no
Fiora
vision control
split
on the
pushing.
Riven, and Fiora is split pushing while MGG is getting back from the Herald. Tristana has no Storm Razor. Well, Blade of the Ruining King. This is not the best point of the game to fight. It's better to dev. And as we can see, Agalia is getting a bit messy as the no vision control River got punished because Galio died there from everyone. Right now,
But
Agalia is making
we
the
are
same
still ahead
mistake.
in gold because of the solo goal that is on Fiora.
Well,
And
yeah, this is 1,600 advantage.
yeah, and actually Tristana is only 500 behind the Lucian, which is the most fed the Agalia team.
Well, yeah, he got no kills, but he got the global goal. Also, they are
What
not
global
able
gold?
to take the tower.
Agalia doesn't have any towers.
There's a TP from Zilan, and maybe time that they can take the mid lane. Sejuani is here. Rexa is going. There's a second knockup, but they don't have damage. Tristana is not here, so everyone is going back. Well, Agala committed to the tower on mid lane. Maybe that shouldn't be left by MGG, but there's no option for now to kill Sejuani in the short time because of her tankiness. And this is another try of taking her, but they back off. And Sejuani is jumping into the Herald pit, but she can't do anything. Scotty just respawned and she's going to take it probably. While Lucy is going back to the bot lane and enjoy the Spectre life. We finally see the Stormriser on Tristana. I think this is the first like point of fighting right now, but this is still not a good time to fight against this team that is really tanky, have a sustain from Nami and Zilean, and really much damage from Lucian, who is, even if Fiora is pushing, he's still able to do something on the map. Like on the opposite side, Shen is top lane, but Tristana is able to take as much farm as Shen is pushing. There's another potential fight, but no, they all back off. Zilean got outed from Fiora, and this is everything what can be done right now. This is only 300 gold advantage, let's say 4, but as long as you have late game team comp that is scaling over, this is good for you. You want to keep it. You don't want to die. You don't want to fight right now. You want to wait for the few items that will make you really, really strong right now. This is Zilean on the top lane, and if Snow is going to die from this, no, there's not enough damage. Meanwhile, Galio got cut again. Sejuani is going in. There's a big engage on him. Everything is wasted. Lucian got cut with the town. Sejuani is getting low. Galio flashed away. Sejuani is going there. Rek'Sai jumps away, but he died from Lucian. There's a shield from Shen, and there's a kill on Alistar as well, who tried to do something, and Tristana is running for her life. But Shen had to use teleport to bot lane while Fiora is split pushing. Team AGALIA has to focus on the Herald because nothing to take. And right now there's another Mountain Drake spawning. Someone should go there, but if someone is able to take it, this is the Fiora right now. Lucian is taking the Herald. They are all moving, or actually Lucian is going for top lane farm.
Yeah, and we only see only 700 advantage for Team Agalia, even though they have 5 kills to 1, and well, the towers are in the favor of MGG. But
well, let's see that bot tower is pretty much low, pretty low. It's going to fall really fast. Oh, she couldn't stop.
Almost cancelled, yeah, almost cancelled the recall.
Yeah. Andrew, if you were Team AGALIA, what would you actually try to on the map to close the game or start the harder?
Group as 5, ignore Fiora because she's not that much of a big split push threat right now. She doesn't have the Trinity Force, so she doesn't do that much damage to towers. Group as 5, take open the map even more, take more towers, take control of the blue side jungle of MGG, and when Baron spawns in 55 seconds, rush it down, force the TP or from Fiora. Even win the fight. I think that Team Agalia can win the fights right now, even with how much Fiora is ahead of Shen.
Well, the main idea is if they can turn for MGG. Galio got cut again. Lucian is using everything. There's a lot of damage. There's a flash on Sejuani and ultimate on Rek'Sai, but did he manage to escape? Meanwhile, both lanes for Agalia are pushed really, really hard.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's actually the good thing that MGG did this game. They kept the side lanes pretty pushed, so Team Agalia always had to answer that. They were almost never able to respond to group S5 in the early to mid game. Even if they take the second tier tower or mid with Herald, is still good. But I think that this was a bad recall time from Xeron and Snow. They should have recalled a bit
A bit
sooner.
earlier.
Yeah, so Herald wouldn't take a second charge on the inhibitor tower.
Well, yeah, we have to notice that actually, even if they spawn the Herald and they took the tower, there's only 1k gold all the time. They cannot make it bigger. They are all moving top lane, so now they maybe can take the second tower. But let's see.
Okay, now we see the miscommunication from the MGG side. Uh,
Yeah, no one
Rek'Sai
except
was
Xeron
going
is
to
on top
farm.
lane.
Everyone called for the top defend, but the top was already gone, so Rek'Sai should have taken the farm and then went the top side
Or
defense.
push the mid lane, because the tower is, I believe, in
No,
half lane.
Rek'Sai cannot push the mid lane, but he should
Yeah,
just
but
farm
Galio,
to
they
get
are
the game.
actually flashing for Sejuani for a tank. This is the best idea. She's probably going to run out to the safety or even kill him. There's an ultimate from Shan, there's a stun, and there's a lot of damage from Lucian, and this is enough to kill the
Yeah,
jungler of
yeah. The
MGG.
fact that I think that this game MGG disrespected the fact that AGALIA has a Shen, and whenever they think they get a kill, Shen just ultis that person, gives him a lot of health through the shield, and they turn the fight around.
Well, this is really not the best idea to force any play. As you said, the side that should force something, Galia MGG focus side lanes. Agalia cannot use this on Baron or Drake on any other objective, and they cannot group as 5 for long on the mid lane because there always is someone is going to push and someone is going to take your inhibitor if you stay. You have always to keep that in mind, and that was that for Lucian. But right now we can see that Lucy and Galio is going turn. This is not the best idea, or Sana is also there. There's an exhaust and everyone is pretty much happy right now. That was good turn.
Yeah, that was actually a very good turn, but I think that the fact that they stayed for the exactly, yeah. I mean, Galio should just recall
Right
right
now,
now.
Galio should be base. Galio should be base. He will
Yeah,
just
because
take.
Baron is on the map, and you want every one in your team, if you're MGG, to be as healthy as they can. You just need to push the wave, push the vision when you can, and just let Fiora do her job, split pushing. Because no one from the side of Team Agali, Team Agali actually can handle Fiora.
Yes, right now this is the true, and actually Fiora is really ahead. Rek'Sai is a bit ahead.
Yeah, I
Mid
mean,
lane is
they are trying to
behind.
dive her, but they are afraid to do that, even as 4-5.
Yes, mid lane is behind, but let's see that Xeron Akami managed. There's a fight on the bot lane. I would later. Fiora is going in. Galio is dash using his ultimate. Fiora is
Yeah, and
disengaging from
Fiora is
top side.
zone pull
This
out.
is a good team fight for now. There's no one going to die. And this is good for MGG. MGG wants to stay alive to be able to def something on the map, but they have to give up the tower. That was
The only
pretty
thing that
low.
was missing in this fight was Tristana. I'm sorry to say this, but if Tristana was there from the beginning, I think this was a
Tristana was
one
shop.
fight. This
Tristana
one.
was shop. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. So this is again a thing of miscommunication on the MGG side. As you see, Tristana still with only 2 items does a lot of damage. But
Yeah, right
because
now
of the
this.
miscommunication, they didn't know when to start the fight and when not to start
Well, Lucy disengaged. Lucy disengaged.
it.
Right now the only difference on the on bot side is that Lucian is 1-0. This is the main difference because she's ahead in FPS and very that she's able to get more farm on the top lane. Lucian was able to get on the bot lane while Fiora was there. And that this is only because of the pressure from
Yeah, but
Lucy
being only 1,300 ahead as Lucian against Tristana at
that is
25
going to be
minutes,
really hard to and really dealing much
it's
damage.
it's
Late
not
game,
that much,
it's
yeah,
not that
because
much.
Lucian is
Mr. Camera, I appreciate that I have the biggest in our team, but can you please give us the please? Like, thank you very much. This is actually only half item ahead on Lucian's side. This is only half item. This is not a big deal. Tristana needs Infinity Edge right now, and after this, she's going to be really strong at the team fights, even against tanks like Shen and Sejuani.
yeah,
Well,
and we see
Lucy
that
is fighting with people and he's going to
yeah,
die.
we
Lucian
see
is
that two people
sick.
are trying to respond to Fiora's split
Yeah,
push,
and
but they
he's going
can't.
to stay alive because legends never die, and Lucian is that kind of. He never dies. He always managed to escape somehow, and Benji found Sejuani. Is there going to be something? No, it's not going to be anything. I hope so. Well,
Yeah, and we see Alistar taking advantage of the fact that Team Agalia is doing the Drake and tries to clear the vision around Baron. So
yeah,
this
this
is a
is
very good.
actually good getting
Uh,
control right now.
yeah. I think that even though the scoreboard is way in favor of Team Agalia, I think that until this point, uh, things were going like MGG wanted. Uh, Tristana was slowly building the three items power spikes. Uh, Fiora was freely split pushing. She no, there was absolutely no one the side of Agalia that can handle
Well,
her.
yeah, and Lucy is actually fighting right now. There's an ultimate, there's a cute
Yeah, and
attack, there's a
he
lot
kills
of
Shell Shen.
damage.
Yeah, he kills
And
Shen
Shen
when
wasted
he
his
was
TP. This
TPing.
is good chance to do something at Baron. Actually, right now we are at the point that MGG can try to do something. There's numbers advantage, there's TP advantage.
I
Uh,
think that the only thing that MGG needed to do right now is reset the vision on the reset the waves, take some more farm
well,
because
yeah,
Tristana was not at her power spikes still.
yeah, she's very close to this point, but Galio is going to get down really fast. There's some damage on Nami, and here we go. There's 1 kill on Tristana. The flash to safety. The man is, but Benji is going to die really fast, and this is triple kill for
Yeah, he will sacrifice himself. Uh,
And right now
Tristan
Lucy took
is
the
king.
tower, but Agalia is going to take in. And maybe actually they can try to go for the game. There's a lot of time,
No, there's not that much time.
and Lucy is base, so no, they have to back off. But now when they are going back, they can stay at Baron, they can put up some vision, they can reset, buy items, and they can go back and take the Baron and win the game through the top lane or bot lane by putting someone on the other side. Let's remember that Shen still has ultimate, even though he has no right now. And this is actually what Agalia team is doing, but they started Baron as well. There's a lot of damage from Lucian right now. Shen is putting some pressure on bot lane. Lucy is going for him. Can he kill him? Can he catch him? There's 1, 2, 3 auto attacks. There's all in from Benji. Galio is jumping in. Sejuani is going to die really fast. There's a wave from
Yeah,
Nami.
and all
Sejuani
Sejuani
smited.
almost died, but he won the smite fight. So
Yeah. At the same time, Sejuani died. Alistar died. Galio is facing, and there's another triple kill for that makes him 10-0-4 with really. Oh, he flashed, but I managed to get back, and I saved my KDA with that. Oh my god, that was really lucky. That was really lucky. He could kill me, but there's a Zillion TP to mid lane, and Lucia is on still on bot lane. He's trying to get back, but there's a lot of me per Baron, and they are dealing so much damage that I cannot respond to this. Meanwhile, on top lane, they are still forcing, but Zillion is hitting already Nexus, and poor Tristana and poor VR, and poor Lucy cannot really stop the minions. And this is the point where Galio had some internet issue and he got disconnected from the game.
Yeah, and I think that this game was up for grabs for MGG for most of the time. Even here, I think that uh, they had the means to defend. Uh, they could just wait for the inhibitors to come back up and move out of the base. They would have, yeah, it would have been very hard, but where Tristana hit her power spike, 3 items power spike, uh, pretty much Fiora was also almost at 3 items power spike. So I think that things were starting to uh, look very, very good for MGG, even though they didn't look that bad until like the Baron fight. Yes, they lost a lot of fights. They were picked a lot of the times on the map, but they s- they had that very big win condition into Fiora speed pushing. If they would have just play into that, they would have won the game very easily.
Well, they got punished for forcing the fight. Most of the times 2v4 or 2v5 because Galia has way much more tools to respond, and Rexa is going to die and Inhibitor is going to fall, and eventually Agalia is as 5 people strong on Nexus. Poor Benji sacrificed himself, let it live for 1 second longer, but he cannot change anything, and this is the end of the game right now at the 31 minutes and 35 seconds.
Yeah, I think that this game proves that even though, let's say that from my point of view, MGG outdrafted uh, Team Agalia, I think that in both games, if you play into your win condition, you win. And Team Agalia showed this. In both of the games, they invested everything in protect the carry comps. And they did. They played into their win condition. They rotated very good on the map. They they seem to have a very good communication inside uh, their team, and they won both games pretty much easily, let's say. So yeah, GG, good game to them.